Hi, my name is John Robinson IV, conducting an interview for Newsweek. I am joined by Super Bowl champion, Pro Bowler with the New York Jets, Hunter Thomas Morstead. I'm excited to have you here, Thomas. Thank you so much for joining me today.
You got it.
Uh,
Thanks for having me.
yeah, of course, of course. So, obviously, in 2009, you were drafted by the New Orleans Saints. You spent this was 5 years post Hurricane Katrina. Can you tell us about the influence that the city of New Orleans has had on you? And really, what was it like winning the Super Bowl only 2 years into your career?
Well, actually, it was my rookie year. So number one,
Excuse
my
me.
rookie year, it was magic is the best way I could describe it. And as far as the impact New Orleans has had on me, I mean, we still live there, so that's
Yeah,
turned into home. So that should tell you all you need to know. We've got a bunch of great friends there, lots of relationships we forged over time, and it just grew on us, turned into our home, and we love it.
that's amazing. That's amazing. So in 2011, your friend and former teammate Steve Gleason was diagnosed with neurodegenerative disease, ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. In support of your friend's cause, the Team Gleason Foundation's supported affected about committed about $1,000 to every punt you made inside the 20-yard line with a minimum pledge of $10,000. What does this cause mean to you personally, and what gratitude do you get from being a part of an organization like this?
Look, it means a lot. It's cool to still be playing at this point in my life. I'm 38 years old, and being able to do something special for Steve was kind of the main driver. He's inspired a lot of people. He has every day gets harder for him. Like I said, it's a degenerative disease, so he's kind of like slowly shedding his old self and becoming a new self, and that's really hard to do. And I just wanted to do something to support him and encourage him. He's done so much for so many other people, and the $1,000 a punt was just to let fans and other people know that I've got skin in the game, that this is important to me, and I'm not just putting my name behind something, that I'm putting some of my own dollars behind it as well. And hopefully that'll encourage people to give in their own right.
Obviously, you have mentioned it before. You're about 38 years old now, entering this point in your league. Really, what is still like the motivating factor to keep you going at this stage in your career?
There's lots of things. Look, it's something that I've spent more than half my life dedicating myself towards to just kind of see where I can take it. I was a tryout player in college, and just had just an awesome run at it, and deep down, I just love doing it. I love the training and the the cold tubs and all the things that it takes to be the best. And there's nothing like competing on Sundays with people count on you. Um, you know, um, my kids are my oldest is 10, 9-year-old, 7-year-old, 5-year-old, and a baby. So, my kids are going to remember the times that we're having right now. And that's also kind of a cool thing. I got cut 3 years ago, and um, having my kids get a chance to see dad respond to that was definitely a focal point for me personally. Um, and there's some things that I'm still shooting for personally. Personal. I don't know whether they're records or certain standards of play um, that I want to go get. So keep most of those to myself, because they're, like most of my goals throughout my career, a little out there, and people probably laugh. But yeah, I've still got things that I'm excited about trying to accomplish. So all that synergizes into me still going.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So fast forward to we're in 2024 now. You're a member of the New York Jets still, but this Jets team feels a little bit different, a lot more pomp and circumstance surrounding the team. What have been your expectations for yourself, and what does like the noise in the locker room feel like in terms of what the overall expectation of the franchise is this season?
Um, Look, I don't listen to much outside of the outside the locker room, to be honest with you. So look, we've got a bunch of guys that are motivated to do something special. Hopefully, everybody understands the opportunity, and these opportunities are fleeting. So, um, you know, I'm excited personally to be a part of this team. I think we do have um, a crew of people that gives us a chance to do something special. And but I try not to have any expectations on results,
Mhm.
because that's not living in the moment. That's not being present. And that's what I need to do to play my best, is just focus on what I'm doing right now. And as a team, just taking things a game at a time, a day at a time, a practice at a time, which is super cliche and not exciting to say, but that's the reality of it. So yeah, it's just exciting to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, the NFL season is a grind. It's 17 games. I mean, that's a great way of looking at it. We've seen, I think, in today's NFL more than ever, I think the specialists in the NFL have taken this meteoric rise. The talent level is beginning to increase like no other. Um, from your point of view, in this generation, who are the top five specialists, punter, kicker, holder, long snapper? Who are your top five specialists in the league currently, even a returner? And then who are your four members of your all-time specialists? So your Mount Rushmore of specialists in the history of the game.
I mean, that's so hard to whittle that down. I guess I'd start with, let me start with the old Mount Rushmore. I think about people that have changed the game. Ray Guy changed the game. Um, I think about Shane Leckler, Janikowski. Those two guys were like game-changing players. Um, you think about it, Devin Hester, game-changing player, just won in the Hall of Fame. Um, but that's kind of what I think about. People that changed the way the game was played, kind of like Steph Curry in the NBA. He's a Mount Rushmore type of guy because he's changed the way you play the game. So those are just a few names that jump off the rip. And currently, I think you hit it on the head. I think the talent in the NFL right now at the specialist position is just like at an all-time high. Guys are kicking it further and higher, longer field goals. It's amazing to see. It's
Mhm.
amazing to see. As far as guys that are in right now that I just have a lot of respect for how they do it and been consistently really, really at the top is I think the punter for the Raiders, AJ Cole, is, I think he's gone to two or three consecutive Pro Bowls, and he's just a total stud. Um, but the talent, there's so many guys that any given Sunday can just do something so special. And that's why it's cool doing what I'm doing at my age now. It's, I'm not a top tier leg talent. I have to be talented in other ways, whether it's being more consistent, more efficient,
Mhm.
um, you know, paper cutting people to death as opposed to a big play here and there. So, um, yeah, I think the punter down in Jacksonville, Logan Cook, is really, really good. Um, there's so many guys I can go through.
Yeah.
But yeah, bottom line is the talent is at an all-time high right now, and I'm sure it'll just continue to get better.
Yeah, no doubt, for sure. So I let you go, as because of the change and I guess the talent level, and especially like your age at this point in your career, have you had to adjust maybe some of the ways you've approached like your off-season training or even how you train now at this point in your career?
Yeah, I think, look, you don't ever arrive at some like place of this process is perfect, right?
Hmm.
Um, your body's constantly changing. Um, you have different things that come up, and the great players are just great at adjusting. So yeah, do I do things differently than I did 15 years ago? 100%. Do I do things different than 10 years ago? Yep. 5 years ago? Yep. 3 years ago? So you're just always adjusting, always trying to find a better way to do things. You may prioritize things differently as you get older. Maybe, I know for me specifically, is I still really prioritize training hard in the weight room, but my um, my recovery between really hard sessions is longer now. I can't just go ramp it up back to back to back to back days. So I have to be really smart about that. But at the same time, I don't rationalize, well, I need to start taking it easy in here. I think that's the quickest way to getting hurt or just degrading physically. So it takes a different sort of mindset. I think you lose your ego as you get older. You you know you get humbled as a young person, and you learn to listen to that voice in your head that says, hey, today's not the day to go after it, be smart. And whereas some days you're planning to have a light day and you get in there and you feel great, it's like, hey, today's the day to go get it. And you kind of just have to you know be able to listen to that voice of experience and hopefully lack of ego as you get older.
Yeah. Well, I'm just happy you said the weight room. I think as a former football player myself, I think there's this idea that the weight room does not get you through the season. And I think callousing your body is very important, especially with the amount of wear and tear that football players deal with. Thomas, thank you so much for your time. Before you go, I would like to share with fans how they can donate to the foundation for a chance to win a trip at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. So throughout the season, donors will have the chance to win special incentives each game, including game-worn signed jerseys by Thomas himself and opposing team players. The donation incentives will be announced prior to each game on Thomas's Instagram at Thomas Morstead and reposted by Team Gleason at Team Gleason. In addition to game day incentives, every punt for ALS donor will also have a chance to win 2 tickets to Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans next February. For more information, please donate and visit Team Gleason / Punt for ALS. Is there anything else that I'm missing in that, or anything you would like to share as well, Thomas?
No, I appreciate it. That's all the info there. All I can say is that the money that's being raised is going to the most awesome cause. And right now, Team Gleason's averaging between 700 and 800 applications a month
Amazing.
for technology for people that are losing their voice. And I don't know, to be a part of that is really cool. And hopefully at some point ALS won't be a thing anymore, and they'll close the doors down because it's all figured out. But until then, it's a really good cause, and people can feel good about their $5 or $10 going to something special.
Well, thank you so much, Thomas, for your time. I think everybody who is involved in the Team Gleason Foundation should find a sense of joy that you're fighting for a strong cause. And really thank you for being a hero. At the end of the day, it takes a lot of, pride, and, it takes a lot of consistency to be able to, stand for a cause like this. And you put the work in. And so I just want to say thank you for, really setting the example. I think a lot of people can take away from your diligence to this cause. And so I just want to say again, thank you for your time, Thomas.
Yeah. Hey, appreciate you doing this, John. It's been
Yeah,
a
of
pleasure.
course.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Good luck this season. Go Jets, man. All the way. Go Jets.